All right, hello everyone. So let's do another weekly recap. Now, yesterday I didn't do a video. I was feeling a bit under the weather. Actually, I still am, but we will do the recap in any case because I think doing a post-mortem of the week I think is really important. We should do it at a daily level as well when trading, but let's just do it. Now, here in the members area, I've got the archive. Let's start with the April swing days periods, right? Now here, as I said, April 13, April 20. So let's take a look at, because we had this week we had April 27 until May 1, right? So from April 13 to April 26, which is actually it's a Sunday, but we have April 27. That's also a Monday, so we can work on that. And then we've got May 2. May 2 is today, so obviously we're going to take May 1. The reason I put the weekends on as well is because of crypto, so when you're trading Bitcoin. Okay, so let's first take a look at that on the daily. So let's see if something started on April 13. This is April 13. From April 13, we should have April 20 doing a peak. So April 20. April 20. All right, so it's this one. So from here, the market comes into April 20, which is for gold a trading day as well. So it's an April 20 peak, and then the end is April 27, which is actually a Monday, and this is Monday here, April 27. All right, so the market went into there and came into there. All right, so that seems fine. Let me just lighten that up a little bit. So we went up into there, all right, and we went down into there. All right, April 27, right? Yes. So bang, bang, bang. So that worked fine with gold. And then we had April 20 to April 26. So then we've got April 20 going into 26. Now 26 was a Sunday, right? So you have to take Friday. Whoops. So you got to take Friday. You could have also taken Monday too, not a problem. But if you're just keeping it for the week, then that would have been April 20 to 26, right? 20 into 26. All right. Okay, so that's 24 because it's a Friday, right? 26 was a Sunday. And then we've got May 2, right? May 2 is obviously Saturday today, so it's extended end date into Friday yesterday. All right, so that's how it is. So that's also okay. Let's take a look at the trading hours for gold. Now on Monday, let's see where we're at. This is Monday, right? Okay, so Monday the 27th. So these are the trading hours, as you can see. Why are these important for us? Well, if we've got a bias, right, before we get to the hours, let's go to the trading days. For gold, I said Tuesday, Friday, right? So this is Monday. Monday markets start to fall off, but Tuesday is where it really hit the nail on the head with a big drop. Okay, Tuesday. And that was also, Tuesday was also what? The 28th. Was it the 28th? Yeah, 28. Market came down to the trading hours, and then picked up a little bit. Okay, so that's Tuesday. And then we had Friday. Let's check out the trading days first. And this is Friday. Okay, a bit of an inside day here, isn't it? Because the market closed within. Okay, so it's just stop sweeped Thursday and closed lower than the opening. Okay, but the trading hours, as you can see, it broke down here. I drew this line especially yesterday because I said, okay, this is going to break. If it breaks, remember I said, let's go to the hours now that we know it's Tuesday and Friday. Let's take a look at the hours. Let's go to Monday and just do it from scratch. Okay, so Monday. Let me bring this up so you guys get a better view. All right, so these are the swing days for April, right? By the way, I put the swing days periods for May already in there. So, and also the full month of May is in there. So this was the swing days, which I talked about just a minute ago. And these are the trade days. Okay, and you can see we have a, for the vector days, I've got a routine flow week. It means just go with the technical analysis of the market, right? Just go with how the market is doing technical analysis. Sometimes we'll have drained, we'll take a look at that, how Tuesday or Wednesday was, okay? Monday, Wednesday, we'll see how that went as a peak, okay? So that should be like market either getting, market should be at a strong kind of a move. We'll see how that panned out. And that's basically how the vector days work. And then we've got the trade hours, Monday. Okay, and these were all posted on the 2nd of April. Monday, that's your Monday, right? So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Like I said, I didn't do a video on Friday because I'm not feeling well, still not feeling well. All right, so let's get back to it. Whoops. So that's Monday. All right, market opening up. And then at these trading hours pushing to the upside. I didn't have anything until 11:35 really. And then 11:35. And then this is your New York. This is your 11:35, I think. All right. So market just sizzling down, just breaking support. See that purple line, all right? It's the previous day, all right? And this is the opening, and that is the high, low, open, close. So that's the previous day's closing price. This is today's opening price. So market falls below the previous day's closing price. Today's opening price is a support. Now you can see it's beginning to break below and just going down, right? And then Tuesday, look at the setup, same thing. Price opening, closing, going up, testing the previous day's opening price. Trading hours, bang down. Trading hours, bang down. All right, so if you just draw your lines. I also made a video on how to box the time. Okay, so boxing time periods with the candles. You can see if this is going to go down or not. The minute it starts to fall down, that's it, And then we've got the next hour. So this is a perfect place to target. And then you can just even target more. And that's your Tuesday. All right, on Tuesday, did I make any comments? Yes. What did I say on Tuesday? Expect surprise moves. Okay, so this is 7 o'clock, right? This is 4:30. Oh, wait a minute. Tuesday. This is 7 o'clock here, right? I said expect surprise moves as market gets to 125. This is 125 here, okay? So surprise moves, as you can see the candle, selling harsh here as we get to 125. And then I've said 2:30 and 5 o'clock. And this is your 2:30, and see how the market again going down. At 5:30, as you can see, we've got like a double bottom there. Okay, after that downwards move. That's your 5 o'clock. That's your 6 o'clock. Do I have a 6 o'clock here? No, this should be 5 o'clock. Let's just do that properly. Okay, so 1700. Remember, during the summer time period, the platform is the same hour as mine. All right, so that's your 17. And that's your Tuesday, 17. All right, and then it's got, I said, if it has drive, do not stand in front of it because it can go in one direction all day into 11 o'clock. Okay, obviously it did have drive, so don't stand in front of it. If you took your profit, great. If you let it run, it just retraced a little bit after that trading hour. Okay, but at the trading hours, you need to manage your trade, take profit anyway. So even from there to there and following down, it's a pretty good run for the day. Knowing the hours obviously is a great benefit. No need to say. Wednesday. So let's take a look at the Wednesday. So these are the trading hours for Wednesday. All right. Now, if we said Tuesday was a trading day, and it was a bit in the middle of, just see that Tuesday big push down here. Okay. Let me also get rid of these so we don't get confused. All right, so that's your Tuesday making a push down, breakdown. Okay, that's the gap. Thursday, Friday coming to close the gap. So we still have a bearish momentum there, right? So the market still has room to push to the downside. See how that goes next week. So Wednesday, market comes up and they sell off at the trading hours. All right, market coming up. That's Asia selling off. Market coming back up, retesting. London selling down. This is again London selling down. Now this is New York morning session. Market buying, all right, on a Wednesday. It's buying on a Wednesday at 525, and that's your 525 going up. I said if market turns or has direction is going forward, it will target 1045. So it went up a little bit, and that's your 1045 there. All right, so didn't really push further high, but that was like the zone where it kind of stabilized at 1045, which is fine. Even if you entered the trade there, the opening would have been fine if you're keeping positions overnight. Thursday, here we are. Now Thursday was a bit of a tricky day because I didn't have any hours here, and when I was doing the daily video, I said if you can buy it if it comes back, but other than that, if it doesn't come back, it's like going somewhere to be sold because there were gaps here in the market. So it just kept going, and I did say it could keep going. And I think when I was doing the video, the market was around here somewhere, or was it? Let's take a look. Thursday, 10:30. Now I would have done the market. I don't know when I did the. I would have done the technical analysis around, I guess, latest around 8:30. I don't know. All right. But in any case, the videos are all on Vimeo anyway. You can check them out. Trading hours. See how the market just goes into the trading hours, and that's it. Friday, market coming down. Now here I said if it might continue. Okay. I said from 850 should keep going until 105, and that's really good to know because the market broke down and it went all the way into 105. Okay, which is great. 105 is there, right? And then the market starts picking up, which is good. Comes to the trading hour, sells a little bit, and then pushes up. And I said next hours are 340 to 415. 340 to 415 is here, okay? 5 to 535, and that's your 5 to 535, right? It's that one. All right, so market going up. It can push to 830. That's your 830. So we're sticking around here. And this period needs care as it can turn or keep going to 945. It did turn a little bit. That's your 945. So no big dramas there. Right, overall. If you got stopped out here, let's say you entered the trade here, you would have gotten stopped out here somewhere, okay, just above that high. Or if you entered short here, you would have again gotten stopped out just above that candle there. So your stop loss shouldn't be too far out if you did get stopped out. If you sold at the tops, because I did say we should come and close that gap, didn't I? That's why I put that up there. If you on a Friday, if you did that, that was brave, because I don't trade on Fridays because market does silly moves. But if you did, that's fine. If you sold here, would have just scalped the market nice and easy. All right. So that's gold basically. Now you could do the same thing for whatever you're trading. You know, be it euro dollar. Let's take a look at the trade days on euro dollar, for example. Tuesday, Friday. All right, look, that's your Tuesday, that's your Friday, and let's see how April 13, April 20 panned out. April 13. Okay, so this is April 13. Okay, I'm looking at the swing days periods. Start date April 13, peak day April 20. April 20, that's the peak. Okay, it's also a trading day. End date April 27, so that's going to be 24 for Friday. 23, 24 for Friday. Okay, so that worked out fine. Okay, so from here, up, up, down. All right, and then let's take a look at April 20. April 20 is here. All right, April 20 into April 26. April 26, April 26, so we're looking at 24 here, so from there to there, okay, and then May 2, 2nd of May, well 2nd of May is a Saturday, so Friday the 1st of May is there. Oh, that's nice, nice to see. Was it down here somewhere? And there. All right, I think that's good. Okay, when I say peak, it's going to be like where the market should either turn or the trend should continue. So if there's a trend continuation, right, when you get to the peak, what you should be looking for is, well, are we just going sideways to break out? Okay, so that's also an option. But here as well, as you can see, we had a up move into the rectangle, because we need to make, we need to do this technical analysis, right? So we want to see where the market is going, want to know the trade days, want to know when these things are going to start happening, all right, when they're going to peak and when they're going to stop happening. All right, so that's that. Okay, so that's Friday as well. I just put the arrow there for that as well. All right, so we can get rid of this, and that's it. Now, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is still on, so those swing day periods would be nice to see, because we've got May 2nd, for example, and April 27. So let's get rid of those. Let's get into the Bitcoin days, and let's see. Now, with Bitcoin, remember I said we have an up run. Okay, so that's good. And now we've got a sideways market, so what we want to do is buy the lows, right? That was a trade day, so the Bitcoin trade days, as you know, were Tuesday, Wednesday. That was Tuesday, coming down. Wednesday, market's ripe, okay, good to go up. That's your target zone. We're going sideways in any case, okay? And if we take a look at the swing days periods, let's do it as well. So April 13 should be there. All right, so that's nice. April 13 going into April 20, so that's going to be from here into April 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so we've got this up move into here, and then I've got April 27, possible extension to May to April 27 is, wow, that's that one there. All right, so that's a continuation. All right, That's good. Trend is going up into May 2. All right, so April 27, possible extension into May 2. So April 27 we did. It didn't make that possible extension, but it did come back to May 2. All right, so that's that. That's good to see there as well. Okay. The hours you can just check yourselves. Okay. Whatever happened. What you're looking for with the trade hours is if a market broke out or reversed at those hours, and obviously you're going to match that to your bias and your technical analysis. Then you've got time and price. Okay, so let's take a look at the indices. With SP 500, we had Monday to Friday, right? So this is Friday. Let's get rid of that. And let's do Monday. So what was Monday? It was the 27th. 27, right here at 24, 27 there. All right, so a bit of a tricky situation. Monday, the market came down into Wednesday. Okay, and then I didn't have a Wednesday. Okay, I did not have a Wednesday. And on Wednesday, it went up into Friday. Okay, so Monday selling would have been okay, or you could have sold off Tuesday as well. Remember, sometimes I say it could make a swing day at the end of the day. So what you want to do is then look for a sell the next day, because the market's done a top, and then you want to sell off the next day. So that's Tuesday, Wednesday, market selling down. Friday shooting back up again. We had Thursday for Dow Jones and Nasdaq. So that's obviously Thursday for Dow Jones as well, from the lows going to the upside. Okay, so let's just get rid of this as well. Okay, if you take a look at your swing days period, we have 13th of April right there, going into April 20. April 20 is there. Okay, end date April 27. 27 there, with a possible extension to 2nd of May. That's a Saturday, so 1st of May. Good. All right, what about April 20, 26 May to April 20, going into April 26 is going to be the 24th. So that's still from 20 to 26. And 2nd of May, and that's your 2nd of May being your 1st of May Friday. All right, hope that is logical. And basically, guys, you can do that for whatever you like. Okay, indices, Bitcoin, gold, euro, dollar. Check what you trade, see how you go. And also the vector days, right? Also check them out as well, because I think knowing those energy days is good for us. For example, Dow Jones, we had Monday, Wednesday, Nasdaq Monday, Tuesday. Let's take a look at the vector days for them, because the rest was all flow. And then we had Bitcoin Monday gain, Tuesday, Wednesday drained, Thursday, Friday peaks. So we will check that out as well. So on there, Monday, Tuesday. All right, so this is Friday. You can see Monday, Tuesday. All right, we're at the tops Mondays and Tuesday. We're at the peaks. Okay, and then Thursday, Friday. Sorry, Dow Jones Monday to Wednesday peak. Yes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday peak. Thursday, Friday flow routine. So that could have been up or down. Okay, so that's not very clear, but we're at the peaks here, so that's good to know. Okay, why? Because you don't want to be buying the tops. You can buy at the trading day. Thursday was a trade day. All right, so you could have said, if you're trading Dow Jones, I don't do Dow Jones. Okay, I don't do indices. I might do Nasdaq every now and then, but other than that, I don't. This is a market pull down, right? So the market's retraced. Thursday's a trade day, and then we've got Thursday, Friday. It's just a pullback flow. Let's see, Nasdaq Monday, Tuesday peak. Let's take a look at this is Nasdaq, sorry. Nasdaq Monday, Tuesday peak, Monday, Tuesday peak. Okay, and then Thursday, Friday. Wednesday to Friday routine, Wednesday to Friday routine, and your trading day is Thursday. So the same thing for Nasdaq. Check it out. This is Nasdaq. The first, same thing for Dow Jones, I guess, because we had the same vector days. Here we are. All right. So the trading days was Thursday. That's your Thursday. Market comes down. Thursday market goes up. That's good. All right. Monday, Wednesday peak. So we had Monday to Wednesday. Here we are, Monday to Wednesday. We're at the market like well at the tops here, but it comes down. Thursday trade day, and then goes up into the red zone. Nice and easy. Okay, if you manage to trade that, well done. Why? Because the trade day. If the market is down, you want to go to the upside. Okay, it's like come back for you. And let's take a look at the Bitcoin's vector days as well, because on Monday I said gain, Tuesday, Wednesday drained. Let's see what happened. So Monday was 27, right? 27. So Monday 27. Here we are. So market gained a little bit, and then we had Tuesday, Wednesday drained. Tuesday, Wednesday drainage. Okay. Thursday, Friday peaks. Thursday, Friday peaks. Okay, market going to the upside. Nice and easy. That would have been like fine. So if you're following it, right, just make your scenario. If you think about it, it's like very logical. If we're going to have a peak day, if it's going to be a peak day and a trading day, so we're looking for a powerful day, right? We're either going to be at the tops. If we're at the tops, obviously you don't want to buy the tops. But if the market is down and it's telling us, well, we're going to have a peak period, right, Thursday, Friday, and I'm thinking, okay, what's the trade day? Wednesday, and that's what the market did on Wednesday. So we're at the lows. Going up Thursday, Friday is like logical because we want to get to the peaks. All right, so I hope that helps. If you have any queries, questions, let me know. Also, please note, we're moved onto the new website, globaltraderclub.com. So globaltrader.club, sorry, will close and will be redirected to globaltraderclub.com. Right, so just make sure if you're in the old website to migrate, because otherwise it's going to be, I'm going to stop posting there as at June. All right, so this is the last month that we've got period there. Have a good day, have a good weekend. Hope all the things we're doing here is bring you a new edge in your trading. Like I always say, time is the best edge, and if your technical analysis matches it, bingo.